In this video, I'll show you how I made this cute high bun and my everyday makeup look, which honestly looks good in real life. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, then get comfy and keep watching. Welcome to Lady Rette. My name is Rette. If you're new here, just take a moment to subscribe. Let's jump into this video. So I'm gonna jump right ahead into the tutorial. I usually like to start with my hair because I like to lay my edges, and when I do that after makeup, it tends to mix with the foundation and I have this weird brown stuff on my hairline. So hair first. First I'm gonna just moisturize my hair a little bit. I'm gonna use the ORS Argan Oil Fortifying Spray and focus a little bit on the ends. Focus a lot on the ends. I sleep with my hair in a bun, so I'm kind of just keeping that shape. That way I don't manipulate my hair too much. Now I'm gonna grab a hairband and just keep it on my wrist as I just use my fingers to rake my hair, a ponytail where I want my bun. I think I want it like right up there. Now I just take my white tooth comb and just comb any hairs that are a little folded and not going up. So now I'm just going to take the hairband, pull it over, and just make a temporary bun. Okay, it's a little skewed, but I'll fix that later. Now I'm going to take this Easy Waves Curl Activator gel. You can use any styling gel, but I prefer this one because it's not really like a strong hold gel, so it doesn't make my hair very sticky. And I'm just running it all over. Now I can open that ponytail again, keep the band on my hand. Then I can grab one of these kind of brushes, and that's just for the outside. Just comb all of that hair up so that I don't get any streaks of gel or anything. Alright, so for my edges, I'm using my Got2b Glue Ultra. For my edges, I'm using the Got2b Glue Ultra Glued. I just use like little bit, like the tiniest amount. Okay, that's a little too much. Now with the ponytail all ready, I'm gonna take a hair donut, which I actually made myself using like a stocking. I mean, we don't buy these, we make them. And just put the ponytail through. Then just take the wide tooth comb and just distribute the hair evenly in that donut. And you want to be very gentle because these are the ends. They're very fragile. Then I take another hairband that's a little bit smaller. I just like to put it in the middle, spread it, and pull down. And then just tuck that hairband in. Okay, now what I like to do is take my favorite hairband and just put it through. That just gives it a little something something. My edges should be dry because it's my own baby hair, not a lace front. Just peel it off and my hair is pretty much done. Now I do like to take just a little more Got2b glue and put that on the back of my hair. Those little edges can flare up as well. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the makeup. First, just going to clean my hands with a wet wipe. And so I'm going to be touching my face. I'm going to start by moisturizing because I have really dry skin, so can't just slap things on my face and move on. Gotta prep. So to prep my skin, I'm going to use my Epimax emollient moisturizer. It's for all skin types, but I personally think it works better on dry skin. I think for oily skin it would be a bit too much, because literally this is all I'm using and it moisturizes my whole face really well. Let me move a little closer. And I'm also gonna moisturize my lips so I'm not out here with ashy lips the whole time I'm doing my makeup. I hate that dry feeling. So I'm gonna use the Essence Smoothie Gloss, and this is the number 2 Sweet Peach. I almost said flavor because it does kind of taste sweet. And I'm just using a tiny little dot because I'm still gonna use lipstick and I don't want this to end up like making a very slippery surface for my lips. So it's just a teeny little bit of moisture. So you can't even see any color, although I don't think this has a color. It does. It's more of a gloss. So to prime my skin, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Baby Skin, and I like how it says only for adults on the back. I wonder, has someone tried to use this on their child before? And I just like to take little amounts and just rub them over. I kind of do everything in little amounts and just build from there, because the thing is, a lot of times you don't need that much. Next, I like to go in and do my foundation. For my foundation, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Illuminating Foundation, and this is the color Warm Caramel. It's GLM 652 Warm Caramel, and I really want to do a review on these because I have like 3 of them here. You don't know what I've been through trying to find my shade. Oh my gosh, like I feel like the reviews I've watched on this really let me down, so I'm gonna do my own. If you can't find it, make it. Just put a little one pump in the back of my hand. That should be more than enough for my whole face. And I'm just making little dots starting in the areas that kind of need them the most. And the reason why I like to do this before my eyebrow is because I can just go over my brows. I don't have to worry about messing them up or smudging them. So I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender like it's been through life. And I like to start with the bottom part and just tap that into my skin. And I feel like this is a really good match. Well, almost kind of evens out my face going downwards. The color after this would have been too dark for my skin, so then I like to switch to the top part of the beauty blender when I get closer to my eyes and the top half of my face. And I can just blend this like into my hairline and everything. I'm just patting and going in circles. And I always blend it like further down my neck. And remember what I said about starting with my hair first and the hair gel? Since the hair gel's already dry, when I actually go over it with the beauty blender, it doesn't end up smudging all of that and making like a mixture of the foundation and the gel, which just looks weird and messy. Now we can move on to adding some color back and just brightening up certain areas. So since I have like 3 of these, I'm gonna take the lightest shade that I have, which is tan, GLM 649 tan for the LA Girl Pro Illuminating what, and I'm just gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand. You can also just use concealer for using the foundation to just brighten my under eye area, because the foundation creases a lot less than the concealer, and I don't have to set it with powder. And you know, dry skin and baking, they don't get along. They just don't get along. So I'm just gonna tilt my head down, hold my mirror a little upwards, that way the skin under my eye is stretched, and I'm just gonna put a dot there, and there. And I start in this corner here because that's usually where, for some reason, I have like a lot of darkness. And this really spreads, so because it is a medium to full coverage foundation. And I just like to squeeze the beauty blender to get it to fit in that eye area. And just go over it. Bring it a little up over my eyelids. And blend that outward. See that? It's like day and night. And I still have some on the back of my hand, which I'll use for some other areas. And if you feel like it's spreading a lot, just keep tapping that area. Don't move it even further out. And do you see the amount I'm putting? Like barely there. Wipe off the rest so you don't get tempted to add more than you should. Tilt your head up so you don't get any creasing there. So now I'm going to use my Catrice Eyebrow Stylist, and I just remove both caps. Make sure any foundation is already blended out. And then I start by just combing my brow hairs up. If you're someone who just shapes them but doesn't really pluck them out, yeah, then you need to do this motion. Now with a very light hand, I just start making little strokes in the direction I want my brows to go. I prefer a very natural kind of brow look. I end the tail just in this part here, this line from the top, from the corner of my eye going out, and it's also where my own brow hairs naturally end. Then I just go back up this way and fill in any empty spots. And you need to periodically just step away, look at it, and ask yourself, is this okay? Like, don't just go filling and filling and filling, because when you're here with the pencil, it's easy to get carried away. Oh, by the way, this color is 035 Brown Eye Crown. You want to match the brow pencil to your hair color. I'm going to match it to the darkest. Just going to take my Essence eyebrow brush and this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the color CG983 Fawn. And it's a very close match to my own skin tone. I can also see the bones I like to take the beauty blender and just go over that little corner. Just take like the tip of the beauty blender right at the top and just blend that out. I used so little. This is probably gonna last me like 2 years at this rate. I'm using the LA Girl Beauty Brick, and this is Glam, which kind of has a nice darker shade. It's got 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I'm gonna start with the bronzer. Just take whatever excess is there and just bring that down, kind of connecting it but not really connecting it. For blush, I'm gonna use the shade I like to go at an angle because I have a round face, and when I just do it on the apples of my cheeks, my face looks more round, but when I kind of do it at an angle going up towards my ear, that tends to look a lot better on me. Gonna highlight. I'm gonna put it where the light naturally hits your skin. I like to do a little bit on my nose, in between my eyes. And also want to go in with this brush again and the bronzer. Just squeeze it. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit under my brow bone of that highlighter. So now I can start going in with some eye makeup. I'm using the LA Girl Pro eyeshadow primer. This is GEB 195 white. So the palette I'm going to be using today, it's a very affordable palette. It's got lots and lots of nice yummy colors, though we always want more colors, but anyway. It's the Beauty Treats Color Spectrum palette. So I'm going to take my Essence eye blender, this one right here, and start in that corner, just tap. I'm gonna take the shade right at the end. It's just more like a brown in real life. The one next to it is like the same color but a shimmer. Tap off any excess. Okay, tap off a lot of excess. Just gonna put that right into the crease. You can always go back in with the shade you started with and just add it back up there. You feel like you're starting to lose it already. Then I'm gonna take the pink next to it. And then I'm gonna take this Essence eyebrow brush. The color I want for the innermost part is this one right here. This pink that's in between the brown and that. I'm gonna start right in the corner. Just tapping it into. You want to bring it just above, slightly above where your actual crease is if you have hooded eyes. Otherwise you get like a straight line going across as soon as you blink. Like your hood actually folds the color, and that's not cute at all. Just gonna go in with the shade that I put to transition. I'm just taking that shade and going. For my waterline, I'm using this brown eyeliner pencil. I think it's called Disco. You find it at Discam. Disco from Discam. You can use any brown eyeliner. Okay, for my eyeliner, I'm using the Essence Superfine eyeliner. I'm gonna take this Essence Kajal pencil, and it's 01 black, the darkest, and it's broken. I'm just using this eye pencil to just fill in that. Because sometimes when I try to fill it in with this, I struggle a little bit. I'm not a pro at this. Okay, I accidentally made that side too thick. Now I have to kind of match it up. The perils of winged liners. Okay, every time I make a mistake, the wing gets bigger and bigger. So, yeah, there's that. It's fine, no one will notice. So now I'm gonna use the Essence Lash Princess, and this one is Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. I'm just using the tips of the brush to kinda. That's okay, I guess. So now I'm just gonna line my lips. This is another one of those disco pens. It's a Disco Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, and you find these at Discam. They're really cheap. I don't really care much for lip pencils, eye pencils in general, or pencils in general. I'm just going with the natural shape of my lip. And the lipstick I'm going to be using is called Passion Pro Velvet Matte Lipstick, and it's the shade Grace. Okay, that completes the look. At this point, you can basically go and add your falsies if you like wearing them. I personally don't wear falsies like every day. It's like a once in a while when I feel like it. Lock in this whole look, and I'm gonna use my Essence Keep It Perfect makeup fixing spray. Give it a little shake. And on my dry skin, this fixing spray just adds a whole lot of moisture back, which is really good. I get my natural glow back without being too shiny or too dry. So this is the final look. I want to show you the look with the falsies. I got these magnetic lashes from glamourhair.co.za.
My life is something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful.
If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Why haven't you subscribed? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
But I can also see the bones decay.